This is a video submission of the Tower of Power experiment for the Awesome Foundation. My name is Frederick Kardetsky and I am an Illinois school teacher. I have served as technology coordinator in the past and taught kindergarten through 8th graders science on many occasions. So what our concept for the Tower of Power is to attract lightning to a special lightning rod that is hollow on the inside and at the very bottom contains a pool of water under which is the grounding, a spike going into the ground that will ground the water. So the electricity coming from the lightning will be forced to go from the copper tube through the water to the spike. Now, this could cause electrolysis. It could heat the water and cause it to boil, perhaps even turning it into plasma. So what we want to do then is record our results. Does the water disappear? Is one of our questions. Does an explosion result? What damage occurs to the tower? And then using video and spectrograph analysis, we can show what's the nature of any explosions that occur. Now, one interesting thing I read since we first submitted this was that now scientists have been using land-launched rockets to trigger precise lightning strikes to the ground. That's from NOVA at PBS. So what we could do is also, to increase our chances of getting a strike, launch a rocket near our tower that would go higher into the sky and help form a trail of metallic particles down to our tower to get that very important first strike. An interesting additional fact about lightning is that lightning does often strike the same place twice. In fact, in our experiment, what we're hoping is to get it to strike many times. So on early strikes, first to get this water to vaporize or ionize or separate into hydrogen and oxygen, but then on the future strikes to cause the explosion. What happens evidently is that once the lightning strikes the first time, it leaves an ionized trail through the air that it can then use to easily release more electricity in either direction, from the ground to the cloud or vice versa. Another interesting fact that I've noticed since submitting this is that NASA's Fermi Observatory, the orbiting Fermi Observatory, has observed lightning storms on Earth to be displaying gamma rays. Now this is evidence of antimatter. When an antimatter particle will get in contact with a regular matter, there will be gamma rays released. So this is from the LA Times, and it appears that from the top of the clouds at least, we're getting some gamma ray emission, which means that these storms are actually causing antimatter to be formed. So we have a lot to learn about electricity, but one thing we know is that up to 1 billion volts of electricity can be released with each bolt of lightning, and most lightning strikes are 2 to 3 miles long and carry a current of 10,000 amps at 100 million volts. The temperature of a typical lightning strike is hotter than the surface of the sun, and that's from stormwise.com, and then the ideas of repeated lightning strikes and the hand-launched or the land-launched missiles were from weatherimagery.com and Novi, respectively. So this is some of the sites. In addition to the rockets, we can attach at the top of the tower a wire, even attaching the wire then to a metallic thread that would go to a balloon to get it even higher into the sky. But basically with the rockets, we may be able to really tip this in our towards our being able to get a favorable lightning strike. Also, being up in a mountain would often give you a bit of extra altitude, which might help get that first strike to occur. Thank you for your time, and I think that about covers it. Thanks a lot.